Alright, should be up and running now. Let's try to get audio check. My computer. Test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do we have radio? Test. Alright, we got radio today, so welcome everyone to NARL Tier 1. This is the second to last race of the season in Mexico. I'm your host, RWB Pat the Rock, and it's just me today. There's a chance we may get someone in here later if they crash out, Crispy or Danny. So, if you want a second commentary, hope for them. But anyway, we are getting ready for Mexico today, and our little championship battle heats up now. 2 races to go. We have Elaine leading the championship by 14 points going into this race. He could win it today against his own teammate, BGR Kevin, which I think now is FXBR Kevin. No, it was BGR Kevin. Alright. But yeah, it's his teammate, and they can win the Constructors today as well against Racing Point. What's that gap? 25, 18, I get 26. If they hold what they have today, that gap at 48, then they are champions for Constructors, so we will have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, we'll have a great race here today in Mexico. But yeah, we'll get the show on the road, which it looks a little overcast today. But anywho, we got drivers coming out here today. So who's that? That's Crispy leading us out of the pits. That's not what I wanted. There we go. We will go on board with Crispy, who's on the soft compounds. So is Louise, also on the soft compounds. If you trying out the mediums, we got Valdo and Jax and Kevin. But let's start a prediction here real quick. Will Lane get pole? Yes, no, we'll set it for 10 minutes. Start it now. So yeah, we'll get that going. But hopefully we can have a great race here today in Mexico as Laz has rejoined the session. I think so, that's number 4. I don't know. But on board with Crispy. Run down to T1 and go up through a chicane now. Ran there pretty good, well, just slightly wide on the exit, but held it and did not get invalidated. Crispy holding his line very well. We'll see what he does with it. But we'll keep watching his lap, see how he does. Ran a little wide there, but keeps it in the track limits. Gets that purple sector 2, obviously, with him being the only one running at the moment. I say that, but he's the first one to run. And he runs a 13.5 with some yellow flags. I think I was slowing down. Danny Rick did invalidate. See, who do we have? Let's run down the order. Jax coming. We're going on board Jax. Jax is our next runner. Will Jax knock Crispy down? No, because he was on the medium, so he runs a 14.42. Edu has invalidated. Let's go to Badunk. He's early on. Validated. He started a lap. Kevin, you're finishing up his lap on the final corner. Here comes Kevin to the line. Kevin runs P3 on those meets, 14.988. And there's Valdo running P4 with a 15.5, not 5, 15.37, 337. Good lord. My brain. Let's check on good old Danny Rick. As Danny Rick right now runs wide and validates. So much for that lap, Danny. Will we have any new times? We do. Sither runs second with a 13.637. So there's Sither now on the board. Let's try to find someone else. And people are jumping into the pit lanes. See how invalidated. Duncan validated. He invalidated. Brown's in the pits. We'll go on Zinav. I think Zinav just ran fast sector 2. He invalidated. Great. And Brown gets a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Luciano. We got drama now. I'm going to look towards our Discord chat to see if we can get any information on that. Apparently it was breaking early, I don't know. It is what it is. We'll find out more about it later. Alright, people are in the pits. We got some outlaps. We got Badunk, invalidated. That's it. Badunk's the only one on track who's technically on the flyer, but we'll watch Badunk. See how he does through sector 1 as we have into sector 1 over here. He runs fast as a 27.8. What can he do from here? Okay, everyone vote on the poll. The prediction, I should say. Will Elaine get on pole today? As Elaine running P7 with no time set yet. I just don't get validated. Alright, cool. What we got next? Let's check Mary. Validated. Thunderbolt runs fastest sector 2. Sector 1, actually. So, apologies. I can't read. Or see, apparently. But, anyway. We're going to keep on going. Remind everyone, I'm the only one so far. We may get Crispy or Danny in the booth if they wreck out in the race, non-qualifying. That's sector 2 for Thunderbolt. Does he keep it clean here through the baseball section? Locking up. May hinder his time, but won't invalidate him for just locking up. Coming to the line. What will he do? He gets on provisional pole of a 13.429. Well up from Thunderbolt. Let's go find someone else. Edu just started a lap. Louise invalidated. Let's go down to Mary. Started a lap not so long ago. Axe coming to the line now. Axe goes 5th fastest with a 14.6. Let's go to Zinav. Just started a lap. Brown just started a lap. Louise, nope. We'll go on board Danny, who has the fastest sector 1. Does he hold it though? I was looking away at something as who was that? I believe that was Edu going 4th fastest at a 1:13.7. What does Danny Rick do? Coming to the line now. Danny Rick goes a 13.1 for provisional pole. Great lap by Danny Rick. Is that Zinab now coming to the line? It is. Zinab goes 6th fastest as Crispy has retired. I think he's crashed. To a Haas. Yeah, Crispy crashed. Alright, Crispy. Get your crashing out now, unless you want to commentate. Check on... Nope, he invalidated. Furcho. To start a lap. Go to Elaine. Where's Elaine? Elaine's finishing that lap. We're going to go on board with Elaine for this lap. He is our championship leader. And reminder, there's a minute and 15 seconds remaining on the prediction poll for Elaine getting on pole position. Remember to vote for that. Yes or no are the options. Or for our Spanish speakers, sí or no. Elaine getting the fastest sector 1 time. Can he hold it? His teammate, where is this? Kevin, is right now in P9 with a 14.988. Elaine keeping it very tight through here. What does he get through sector 2? He gets the fastest sector 2 at 54.6. Danrick has retired. I think he also crashed. Great, the 2 people that are crashing out quality. If they crash on the race, they're in the booth. Oh, he really crashed out. There was a tire flying through. He goes P3 at 13.4. He'll be able to do a lap against. The sun is coming out here. Let's go to his teammate. Kevin, that's now lap, but we're going on board with him now. See what he does. Alright, so you're saying Kevin will win? If Kevin wins, that does stuff with the championship battle, make it carry on for sure. So there's a pick for Kevin to win. Only running wide to let his teammate through on his hot lap. See what Kevin can do here through sector 2. Sun is fully out now. He's quicker on his time, but not fastest. As Louise goes P11 with a 14.5 on those mediums. Going to the line for Kevin. It is P4 with 13.5 right on his teammate with the fastest sector 3 as well. Lane in the pits. Thunderbolt invalidated. Brown running fastest sector 2. What can Brown do? Brown has been known as Mr. Saturday in this league for some quality pace, not as much race pace. Oh, we get a little squirrely there. Cuts the corner, that's his lap done. We're gonna go to Badunk, he's invalidated. Over, who we got close? We'll go on board with, he's on an outlap. Mary invalidated, who's close? We'll go with Luciano, who's not set a time yet, but we'll be eager to find out if he does indeed set a time cleanly. Coming through Sector 2 on these soft compound tires. Fastest Sector 2 at 54.744. What will Luciano set for his time? Running quite fast. It's P6 with a 13.575. See who we have next. He goes to the pits. Lucas invalidated. Badunga is keeping it clean right now. We'll go on board with him. Badunga keeping a very tight line. What does he do through Sector 2? 54.8. There's some yellow flags in Sector 1 and entry into 2. Nothing much going on there. Oh, Badunga, come around the final corner now. To the line, what does he do? He runs 6th fastest with a 13.5. Luciano, that's not Luciano. It's Edu. Zinav, coming to the baseball section now. What will Zinav do on these red stripe soft compound tires? Comes to the line. Improves by 0.2 but holds position. Oh, who was that? That was Mary coming to P9 with a 13.6. Brown's on an outlap. Elaine's on an outlap. Sither. Well, we're gonna go on board with Edu, who's running a 10th quicker on his previous Sector 1 time. We'll move to Sither here in a moment. What did he do? Sector 2? He adds just barely. He can make it up here in the final sector. He doesn't have to give up just yet. It's not going to be enough time for him to go back out. So this is it. It's all or nothing. Comes to the line. Adds. Back to Sither. Invalidated. Alright. Brown just started a lap. Zinav is right in. Edu's starting a lap. Mary is... Alright, so we don't really have anyone right now. I'm trying to find someone at this point. Alright, we're going to go on board with PSR Edu, who has dropped to 10th through Sector 1. Run wide and he invalidates as he's going to crash into the wall and is out. For sure. And that rear tire is gone too. Excellent. So thank you, Edu. Thanks for coming. We're going to go on board with Elaine, our championship leader, who added a little bit through Sector 1. We're in Sector 2 now. We'll also jump... Where's Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt is fast Sector 1. Mary has retired from the session in P9. So we'll keep an eye on these three. Thunderbolt, Elaine, and Kevin. Who have the best chance. And remember, for the poll that just finished earlier, Elaine has invalidated unless he can quick recover. That's his qualifying done. And same with Thunderbolt. This is interesting. So it's be Kevin first. We'll go on board with Kevin. Everyone will make it back, but what's their ERS situation going to be like? Not too great. But here we go, on board with Kevin. As Brown has retired, I think he put into the wall. Valdo has retired. He did put in the wall. So on board with Kevin. Lucas finishes 11th. Jax has retired. Kevin, this is his first lap on these set of softs. Will Thunderbolt and Elaine have to run used softs? And he runs 3/10 faster. As Luis puts himself on provisional pole with a 13 dead. Axe puts himself on provisional pole with a 12.9. This is very interesting now. On board with Kevin still. Kevin's going to come to the line. What's he going to do? P4. Elaine coming to the line. Invalidated. Thunderbolt. Invalidated. So it is Axe. Potentially. But Dunk. Not doing anything. Sit there. Not doing anything. Charlos. It's Axe on pole position. So there's our outcome to the pole. He did not get it. So there you go. We're going to start a new prediction now. Alright, we'll make that. New prediction for everyone. The prediction is, will Elaine win the championship tonight? And we'll see about that incident with just grid playing for Brown. We're a quick run, short ad break, so people who leave will be able to join without ads. Alright, welcome back everyone. We just are finishing up loading into the session now. And we're going to get on with the race here in Mexico. And hopefully we have clear skies. It looks beautiful here in Mexico today. Hopefully we'll be able to have a great race here. And maybe we'll be able to crown the new champion. Well, actually, we'll be able to recrown a champion. You have another 28 minutes to do the prediction on if Elaine will win the championship tonight, yes or no. So the driver's now riding up to go to the grid. And here we are on the grid for our formation lap. Maybe? Did my game crash? So this is interesting. Yeah, game crashed. Did the lobby die? think the whole thing crashed. The whole thing crashed. Alright. It's not my fault. So we will get back in there soon. Luckily, we do have qualifying results. Alright, so we are now rejoining. And hopefully everyone joins quick so we can get the show on the road. But yeah, I'll be back once we get going. Any minute now, we should be getting underway, folks. Alright, I believe we are going underway here in just a moment. So we should be able to go racing here in Mexico. Hopefully the game doesn't crash this time. Maybe we'll be able to go racing side? Don't know. We saw qualifying. But alright, maybe we're going racing now? Don't know. Alright, we are readying up and we are going racing here in Mexico finally. Had a long delay, but in the end we're going racing. Had a delay of about 16 minutes. Alright, it's a nice sunny day here in Mexico. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to race. Fingers crossed on the game. Let's see here. Arthur, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the NARL family. Another 11.5 minutes for you to vote on the prediction if Elaine will win the championship tonight. He has a chance. He has to beat his teammate Kevin by 10 points. Nope, 12 points. No, 12 is tie. 13. Apologies, I can't do math right now. 13 points. And we have a champion if he beats Kevin by that much. Which we'll say. If he gets first fastest lap and Kevin only gets 10, then it's enough. And a few more seconds, and we'll be going on formation lap. Hopefully we get going. And we do get going! It's brilliant. The predicted strategy from AWS is soft off medium or soft off hard. And that is a racing point. You just want to fly across the track. Let's get all this data and all this good stuff out. They're really weaving those tires. So let's look through the grid. Axe on pole position, followed by Louise. Danny Rick in third, Kevin fourth, Thunderbolt fifth, Vircho sixth, Elaine seventh, Crispy in P8, Bedunk P9, Lucian P10, Those are all soft rounds. Everything else is mediums with Sither, Mary, Edu, Lucas, Valdo, Zenev, Jax, Charlot, Slaz, and Brown, who had that grid penalty. Good, Crispy did listen to me. Let's see. Right alongside, I agree. Soft, medium, soft, most typical. But if rain is coming, who knows? That's exactly right. And if rain does come here, the question of that: does it stop before the end of the race? Because then, even that's ruined. Because then you'll probably have to go back on soft. But if it's early enough, you go mediums. So strategy could be anything. Our medium runners will be running longer, obviously, but we'll see. I didn't get a weather report. It's a little too late to ask for one. I should ask for one earlier. Another 8 minutes to vote on the prediction of if the lane's winning championship tonight. He has to win over Kevin by 13 points. It's a tough start for him, being down a few positions on his teammate Kevin. Kevin's in 4th, while Lane's in 7th. Looks like a medium enters kind of race. Medium enters will be fun to watch. Then the soft runners will have an interesting race with that. Who knows? Maybe do a soft medium enter. Now that I look at Louise, it's just the rundown from the pit exit towards turn 1. Let's see. Oh, the lights are coming on. 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're gone, and we are finally going racing here in Mexico as X gets away well. Moving around the grid. Kevin moving up to 2nd already. We have a 3 wide section over here. Run down the T1. We're coming into it. Will X hold it? He will, with lockups on his tires. And everyone moving around as Axe holds everyone off and has the lead early on. Kevin trying to hang on there in 2nd, trying to move up maybe to 1st. Movement around the grid, no yellow flags. We have yellow flags now. That's Lucas, who has spun, and I don't see wing damage. Let's move back up to the front of the grid, where Axe has a massive gap over Kevin already. Thunderbolt's messing up. Thunderbolt has spun onto the grass now, as he will fall to the back of the grid. Not a great start for Thunderbolt, but there's 36 laps. He should have some time to recover. Charlot's has fallen off. Axe was at 18.8 for the first lap. Little glitch with the standings. It's not that, I swear. Axe is still our leader. Timing glitch. Thunderbolt has retired. His day is now done, as Zinav's going to keep it going. So we have our first retirement, and it's on the start of lap 2, not lap 3. And Virtuo has left us. And we have our grid back for what it really is. There's a strategy again for anyone who hasn't seen AWS's idea of the strategy earlier. As the usual strategy for most racers is a soft, medium, soft. Moving around the midfield, Virtuo falling down the 10th, Mary not falling, moving up to P9. Delane is in P7 now. Back to where he started. Virtuo is back, so Virtuo will soon stop falling down the grid, hopefully. Try to find a decent battle. go around. Let's move to Sither on Edu for 10th position. See what this battle will entail for us today. As we're actually going to move back up to Kevin as he's closing in on Axe for the lead, and he also has Louise behind, so we can go on Louise and get a great battle. Lost intervals because Virtual has rejoined us. We'll watch Kevin on Axe. Sadly, we don't have more AWS stats of like when they'll catch up, like in real F1. Be great to have, but sadly we do not have it. Because I would like to know when they say Kevin will catch Axe. With DRS, can Kevin get Axe? Into turn 1 we go. He will not. Elaine passes Lucian for P6. With DRS once again, I don't think he will do it this time around. He will not. So we will wait a little while longer for more DRS, as we are here on lap 4 in Mexico. Louise starting to close up on Kevin here a little bit. Can Louise move past Kevin to make the championship battle more interesting? Because looking at the standings real fast, Burraps has a slight chance of getting the win. He's the only person who's still in it today. And I don't actually know, is Burraps racing? He's not. Never mind, Burraps is out now because he's not racing. So now it's down to 2. It's just the teammates. If Burraps was racing, we need to win. Have Elaine and Kevin not score points. That's out the window. Now we battle the admins. Danny, Rick, and FRA Crisp battling for 4th position as Mary's moving up as we have trouble. But Dunk has spun off on the exit of Turbo 1, rejoining a little bit dangerously. It spins again! There's contact! Front wing damage for Slaz. As Badunk just spun off, that was not really anyone's fault there. It's just hot tires and he just went round. But Slaz will have to make a pit stop, as that's Valdo getting a little loosey-goosey there on the exit of that corner. Moving back up, we'll move back to Danny Rick on Crispy as we have a nice DRS train developing, as Elaine may want to get on the action. Kevin's not going to be able to get it done here. No one's going to do a last second dive, I would think. Moving back up to Danny Rick. On Crispy. But Dunk is out! He's retired the car. We are down to 18 cars left. Danny Rick's still trying to fight for 5th. A big battle for the lead, but Elaine has fallen off. So Elaine's got a battle to worry about with Luciano behind. Crispy trying to close up. But Kevin's really closing up. Look at Kevin. Will Kevin make a move here? Slaz is out of the race. He's retired in the pit lane. We are down to 17 cars. They are falling off like flies. But we still have a long race ahead of us. Down to 17 cars. 3 cars. They've all retired in the pits. Slaz was involved in the incident with Bedunk. Bedunk retiring a little bit ahead of Slaz. Charlo passes Brown for P13. As we're going to go on board with Kevin on the run down to T1. Won't get it here, but will he get it on the next DRS zone? Which is just in a few corners. Can he close up? This gap he won't do it. He's not going to do it unless a miracle happens. Brown presses Charlo. Max locks up heavily there. Mary moves up into P8. She's having a good race so far. As we have a closer battle here for P2 with Louise on Kevin. Never mind, it's Crispy on Louise. When he locks up, he says, never mind, no battle here. We'll keep an eye on Crispy. But we're going to move up to Kevin, who is closing up now, quickly. Elaine has boxed. Hopefully no retirement in the pits. But here comes Kevin. Down the inside of T1, but has to back out of it. Will he get it now? On this DRS zone. Right there with him. A better run through that corner. DRS wide open. He's going to do a little move to the now outside of the corner. Which will then be the inside, but has to back out of the move. So no move done there. And Elaine comes out of the pits in P16, so all the way in the back. Early pit stop for Elaine, maybe trying the undercut, see if it works. We're going on board with Louise on Kevin. Trying to see if there's any route with better speed on Kevin to make a move. Right now it's not looking up, but it comes right there with Kevin, not colliding, but darn near close to it. Oh, and Axe is in the pits. Kevin now leads the race, followed by Louise and Crispy. That's our podium at the moment. Danny Rick also in the pits. And Luciano is now in 4th. Falling down, will Lane beat him? Out of the pits. Here comes Axe. Where's the lane? Just coming down the back straight now. It does pass Furcho, but the others come out ahead. So, not working too well for the lane. But still have a long race to go. As of right now, Lane will not win the championship tonight. In fact, Kevin would take the lead right now. Be ahead by 11. I don't know if he has fastest. We'll find out who gets fastest at the very end. Just one point to add. As of right now, Oh, Kevin and Louise are coming in. Will Crispy come in? Crispy comes in. Lucian, will he come in? Luciano is staying out. He's our last runner on these soft compounds. He may be going for the hards. Is Luciano going for the one-stopper? Kevin leading the pack out. Where will he filter out? He's got his teammate catching up. Where will it be? They're going 3 wide here. He's going to come out P12 behind Danny Rick and Axe. So Danny Rick actually moves up quite a few positions overall. It's actually Axe leading, followed by Danny Rick for the ones who have not pit. Now the question is, will Luciano be able to come out in front of Axe? I do not think so, as Kevin passes Valdo to move into 11th. Danny Rick now in the points, as Lucas is passed by Axe. We're going to go on board with Luciano now, who is leading this race currently. And will he come in for his pit stop? I think I do have a glitch. I didn't get penalties. As they're filtering it now, you can see all the people who have penalties, or just the recent ones. As Luciano is staying out still, I don't think anyone's going to the pits this time. Oh, what's happening here? Valdo made a mistake, losing multiple positions, now down to P15. Elaine making it interesting now, only 2 positions behind his teammate. As Danny Rick passes Lucas now. Will Kevin do it? We're going to go on board with Kevin actually. We have Jamie cheering on Jax. Where's Jax right now? Jax is in P3, who has not pitted, as Kevin nearly came together with Lucas. Charlot and Danny Rick going at it. Danny Rick does get by, and Lucas lets Kevin by there. So Kevin now in the points. So right now Elaine still leads the championship by 13, not enough to seal it tonight. But still a long race to go. As we are about to be, we are now 1/3 through this Mexican Grand Prix. And who's that? That's Mary in the pits. Mary on to fresh mediums. Where's Mary fix out and all of this? Let's be down in P16 behind Furcho. Crispy passes Lucas now. Lucas is just letting drivers by at this point. Kevin now in P8. As he has Brown, who is not pit ahead of him. Up in P7. This Brown nearly loses it there. But Kevin can't overtake here just yet. It's a bit risky. As Luciano is finally in the pits. Going for the hard compound, so one-stop strategy. So we'll see where Luciano fixes out on all this. Kevin moves to 7th. Elaine moves to 9th. And Luciano will fall all the way down to P13, maybe P14. Where does he come out? P14. Alright, back up towards the front. We have a nice battle between Louise, Brown, and Kevin for P6. As Louise gets the move done on Brown with a late send down the inside. What a move by Louise to get the position. But here comes Elaine down the inside of Brown. Will Elaine get it? Yes, he will. Lane now up in P8. Still hanging with his teammate, who's 2 positions ahead, and about probably a second and a half ahead. So the AlphaTauri is making a good show, but it's right now the Racing Points taking battle to him in the constructor standings. And we have drivers in the pits now. Axe is once again leading the race, followed by Danny Rick. And in third is now Kevin, followed by Louise and Elaine. They're going on the soft compound tires. So I'm guessing medium, soft, medium then? Oh, we got Louise trying to catch up to Kevin in P3. And for all of you watching, we will do for the constructors and the 2 AlphaTauris to see if Elaine wins, Kevin takes the lead, or if they hold, and if Racing Point is out of constructors. So I'm gonna make sure I have that ready. Probably medium soft enters for current soft runners. Not optional. Not optimal, sorry. Can't read. So is that confirmed rain then? Luciano falls to P14 and says there overtakes him. And let's see what Louise can do with DRS on Kevin. As Kevin's trying to weave a little bit. Not too much, but to try to break the slipstream. As Mary now moved herself up to P7 thanks to the 2 drivers pitting. Ooh, block-ups by both drivers. As Jax moved into P8, passing Furcho. Both drivers locking up again. Everyone's been locking up here at this track. Jax having himself a good race today. We'll look at positions gained real quick. And right now, most is Jax with 9. So great for him. And positions falling the most is Furcho down 3. So not terrible in positions lost, but Jax with great positions gained. And Brown with 6 gained. And Mary with 5 gained. So good job for her. Stops. Everyone has stopped. Still watching Louise versus Kevin, as Elaine may want to try him again next year in a second. So does Crispy. So a nice big battle as Jax moves into P7 passing Mary. Look at that for a second. That's the move, but Jack is now in P7. So great race for him so far. Now gained 10 positions. How high will we see Jack go in this race? We have lots of laps to go, so we have a lot more to see out of these 2. Not these 2, but Jack. Moving back up to Louise on Kevin. Actually, we're moved to Crispy on Elaine. This could have huge standings implications. Nice DRS train is forming here in the front. Starting from Kevin all the way down to Crispy. So battle for third goes all the way down to 6th place. Oh, and that's Louise overtaking Kevin with a send. Louise has finally gotten the move done on Kevin, which then makes Align have a better chance of overtaking his teammate. So we'll see what we got here. with these two. We're going on board with the lane now. Great battle so far from all these drivers. And Danny Rick is trying to close up to X as he is with that DRS, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Elaine on Kevin. Elaine with a great run on Kevin. Will he make a move? Not here. But he's right there with them as Edu passes Mary. Now with DRS once again, will Kevin get a move done? Or Elaine? No. Charlot passes Luciano for P12. Some yellow flags. That is Luciano, who has spun and he's left the session. Moving back up towards the front. We got this DRS train. It's Crispy. Baby Fancy can move for himself. Crispy gets a little loosey-goosey there on the exit of the final corner. Chat. I think Elaine is in trouble, pitted too early to get to the rain. Yeah, Elaine did pit pretty early on this race. And Jamie's saying that he hopes so Jack can get some free positions. It would be great to see Jack get some great positions in this race. So you know those 4-lap old soft tires, so at the pit sooner. As Jax has overtaken Crispy. Jax is in P6. I was looking at chat, all of a sudden Jax is in P6. Nice move there by Jax on my replay of my computer. So look at Jax go. We're gonna go on board with Jax, I think for the first time in this race, as he's looking to close up to a lane to move into P5. Jax may not need the free positions. He may do it right here on track. Ooh, nearly coming together for the lane. Let's not do that, Jax. We'll get some unhappy people if that does happen. Alright, DRS not using overtake. He is now. But Lane has more, so the move will not be done here. But Jax with a great move on Crispy that I didn't see coming. Ooh, late on the brakes. Best of the late breakers, as they say. Just DRS, no overtakes for either drivers. Oh, Lane does go deep in that corner. Here goes Jax. Jax is gonna go on the inside. Maybe a bit of contact, but Jax is in P5. Jax is now running 5th. We're gonna go on board with a lane. But Jax, with a great drive so far, hopefully this continues. But he's running up there in 5th at the moment. Next up for him is Kevin, who's running in 4th. He's the highest soft runner right now. But what a great drive for him. With DRS wide open, here is the train of cars. As Kevin looking for a move. Kevin does pass Louise going into turn 1. Will it hold though? It's looking like it will. I think I have glitched again. I did. missing penalties. Apologies, I have a glitch in the game. It's this old game, I tell you. Oh, and that's Jax on Louise. There's yellow flags. It's a Renault. I think it's Mary. It was Mary going slowly, but Jax is in P4 passing Louise. Jax may be helping Alpha Tauri here. Jax now on Kevin for third. Let's see what we get from these two. We have a nice train forming behind. The train starts from second. Oh, not second. It starts from third and goes all the way down to Crispy in seventh. Nice big train. And Jax, looking to get the move done. Should be able to do it with total ease. And he's ahead. Jax is on the podium. But the problem is, he's got Kevin behind. Mari is out of the race. We are down with 16 drivers. It's terrible. It's a shame for her. She was doing great until this, I believe it was a spin. They're under the second DRS straight. So bad luck for her. But hopefully we can see better from her in the final race of the season. But we're going to move up to Danny Rick on Axe for the lead. Some nice close battle for the lead. As you can see, Jack's just appearing as we were going to the corner. Redox says, I'd be focusing on taking those tires to the end rather than getting temporary positions. Yeah, I agree with that. We'll have drivers going to pits, and if the rain does come, which it might, you never know. It doesn't look like it right now, though. We could have heavy implications with drivers diving into the pits. As Elaine is pitting. Elaine is pitting for some red striped softs. Interesting. Those softs we'll be able to make it to the end. Question is, will we have rain? I don't know if we actually will have rain or not. And Elaine coming out P11 and will hold P11. If Elaine doesn't score any points, he is not out of the championship today. There's not enough of a point gap. We're not tied. That will cause it to happen. But Kevin cannot keep pace with Jax right now. Jax will have to come in and pit one more time. So we'll see where he filters out when that does indeed happen. But I would assume Jax will come out again on the softs. He might pit rather sooner rather than later. He may end up coming in this lap. Kevin does not have a penalty. Elaine doesn't have a penalty. Luciano doesn't have a penalty. And Zinab doesn't have a penalty. Oh, Jax got very loose there. As Daniel's in the pits, Jax is in second place. Kevin's in the pits. Crispy's in the pits. So it's Axe, Jax, and Louise. We'll look at penalties now. 6 seconds for Axe, 6 seconds for Jack, 3 for Louise, 9 for Sither, 9 for Edu, 6 for Danny Rick, 12 for Charlo, Crispy with 6, Lucas with 15, Brown with 9, Virtue with 3, and Valdo with 12. Lots of penalties to go around on this grid. Edu on Sither, battle for 4th. So there's talk of rain for very last few laps. Alright, so we may get rain at the very end. With this game, though, I've realized, even if it says at the end, it may be talking about, like, the lap after it's over. It may still show it, because it could come early, could come later. Oh, what's this? It is a full safety car. What just happened? I don't see anyone out. Valdo is left. Valdo is out. He crashed. Alright, Valdo is out of this race. So we have a full safety car, so everyone will reset. As Jax is having a great time for a pit stop. Where does he go? I would assume red stripes. It is brand new red stripes. So we'll see how this grid filters out here. And where does Jax filter out is also the question. He's in second behind Axe. But wait, that's Danny Rick. What's he doing to Danny Rick? Wait, what's Danny Rick doing? Very odd driving from Danny Rick there against Jax. Got that right on stream as well. Just slow down, squeeze Jax for some reason. Don't really know why. But he did. Interesting. But look at the lane now. Coming up to P6 takes the lead over Kevin. This will have championship implications, but as of right now, Racing Point will carry constructors. Looking at chat, nothing new. But yeah. Rediox, I think rain is pretty much guaranteed now at that safety car. If it's still hanging around, unless Crispy just forced it to total dry. But we're going to wait for safety car to pass one more time, then we'll run through the grid to see if anyone pits. But I think you're right. I think the rain is coming. Because it's starting to it's cloudy now. So everyone who just jumped to softs may regret it. But yeah, I'm walking through the grid now. Axe is leading the race, followed by Danny Rick, who's having a great race, followed by Jax, who's been insane in this race. Getting all sorts of positions, left and right. Louise in P4, Sither P5, Elaine, our championship leader, in P6, Kevin in 7th, Edu in 8th, Crispy in 9th, Virtual in 10th, that's rounded out the top 10. Then Charlot in 11th, Brown in 12th, Lucas in 13th, Lucian in 14th, and Zinav in 15th. But this is also great news for the two AlphaTauri drivers. They don't have penalties, so they should be able to fly right up the grid. Once this is all over, we'll look at penalties again. We're still under safety car. And yeah, lots of penalties for the cars all around them. So, if they can keep it clean these last 10 laps or so, we will see where they go. And if they can hold up to the pack as well. Go on to Axe because I haven't been getting my notifications, right? So once I see those safety car lights go away, we'll get going. I think we'll be doing one more lap under safety car though. We'll be probably going at the start of lap 29. No, safety car's going in now. All right, here we go. Axe controls the pace. As we will be getting going here in just a few moments' time. When does he lay it on the throttle? It's a long straight. He's going now. Overtake enabled and everything. 3 laps till DRS. And here we go. Try and break slipstream. Jax running in 3rd. Will he be able to hold it? He falls to 4th. Elaine moves past Sither. Run through turn 1. Jax is back in 3rd. Sither passes Elaine again. Edu passes Crispy. Elaine passes Sither. Lots of moving around the grid for our top few drivers as Derek nearly come together with Jax. As they're keeping it clean. Nice clean driving from these two, but Derek has been a little questionable with his antics around Jax. Is that rain? That's rain. Rain is here. And I believe it's here to stay. So there it is. So rain is now here. It is falling on the track. So we'll see when we get the enters to pop out. as these tires will start to fall off soon. As Kevin's in the pits. Is Kevin going to inters now? I see greens. Kevin is on the intermediates. We won't see anything about DRS disabled right now, because we just finished our safety car earlier. But looking around, Elaine right now would, Elaine would right now win the championship. Let's see here. Oh, thank you D Money for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Thank you for that. And gifting some subs to Radioactive and Shush. Thank you for that. I believe we have emotes. Do we have emotes? Maybe. I don't know. But thank you for subbing. Who's that? Brown is out of the race. On the 14 cars as people are coming in for inters. Louise locking up big time. As there's a loss for grip as Jax nearly spins it. And Elaine goes down the inside of Louise now. And Louise goes wide, and we have Elaine in fourth as Furcho has retired. We are down to 13 cars. Oh, Jax just went off track completely. Elaine's now on the podium for right now. Jax all over the place. I believe his tires are gone, as they say. And the leaders are coming in. I believe everyone's going to come in. Everyone does come in. Crispy nearly goes into the wall. And Lucas may take the lead of the race. We'll keep an eye on everything. We'll keep an eye on Axe, because Axe should be the first one out. Axe is coming out now. Lucas will take the lead of the race. Axe will be second. Sither will be third. It's third, but here comes Kevin. Kevin fighting for third with Sither, but is right now fourth. His teammate Elaine behind. This is the championship battle we want to see. As Kevin's just sitting here, we're going to go on board with Elaine. Watch this battle. Elaine thought about sending it on Kevin, but realized he would hit Sither, so he backed out of it to avoid taking someone out and taking maybe himself out in the process. As it's getting hard to see out here in Mexico while it is starting to downpour here. Very close racing as Brown has now left us. But yes, 100% shout out to D Money for all those subs he just handed out. Elaine and Kevin still going at it here in the now wet conditions of Mexico. There's a few laps left here in the race. Elaine and Kevin are the big battle to watch, as I believe now Racing Point will be out of the Constructors' Championship if the results hold. If these results hold, Kevin closes the gap on Elaine, but won't be enough to win. He won't win today, but Elaine can win today. Not long till this race is over. Lap times will slow down. Let's look. That's not what I wanted, but sure. Let's look. Fastest lap right now goes to Jax with a 15.7. That will probably hold till the end of the race. Jax fighting with Elaine. Going to penalties now. Elaine has a 3-second time penalty now. Kevin right now could win the race. Jackson and Elaine having an interesting battle here. For 5th. Zenev also has no penalties. Same with Luciano, but I think Luciano's too far back to even benefit from anything. Yep, looking at the penalties. But yeah, Lucas with a lot of penalties today. Obviously, that result will not hold for him. Kevin right now would win. As there's yellow flags, Crispy's out! And we have, I believe, another safety car. A VSC. Well, as we talked earlier on in the stream, Crispy will now be our co-commentator as he's hopping in here with an unlucky result. Crispy, talk us through that. I think he's still connected. That's unlucky for you, Crispy. Talk us through that real quick while we're under VSC. Spina. But looking at penalties though, Lucas with 18 who's leading, Sidler with 12 who's in 3rd. Kevin right now is winning the race with no penalties. Oh, and also we had someone gift us some subs. D Money gifted us 2 subs today. And also your audio is not included. Let me say something. You're there. I got you. But yeah, D Money coming in with 2 gifted subs. Oh, you're quiet. That's what it is. You're quiet on stream. Perfect. Yeah, we'll have a closer battle for the final racers at Austria. It might. It might. But an interesting battle here. Axe right now battling with Lucas for the lead on track. If he keeps it clean, because he has to be within 9 of Axe, who has least up there, and he's right now about 5.5. And Luciano. Oh, he left. But it's been I gotta say, my driver today right now is Jax. He's been flying all over this track in the dry. He's been insane. But we did have some... We had some questionable driving from Danny Rick under safety car with Jax. Slowing down as Jax was leaving the pit exit and started squeezing him to the grass. It was on stream. I was very confused why Danny would do that as we're entering the final lap of the race. Well within. We'll have to see how far Elaine falls. As of right now, AlphaTauri will win constructors today. We could always blame you. Even if he does, he may end up hindering his teammate if he does make a move. He's worrying more about drivers. Yeah, he may end up moving up to second, honestly. It's looking like second. He's, yeah, it's looking like he actually needs to gain just a little bit. He's looking third right now. But we'll go to Lucas, who's now rounding the final corner. Does he not go to the winner on track? He does not go to the Botas Medical Center, but will win on track. Axing out with the win on track. Kevin will win. Elaine P3. And Jax is P4. Oh, Zenaf P4. But Jax, great drive. We did see Jax move on you, which was impressive. And someone did tell me Kevin would win today, and they are right. Yeah. Only one person picked no, and they end up getting 620 channel points, so good for them. Yeah, I have predictions up. Alright, I'm going to do math now for constructors and see what the gap is for everyone for on stream. We'll do title first, so that's 25 for Kevin, and he had 128. Kevin with 153, and Elaine gets third with 15. 157. We have a 4-point gap for the final. 4 points. And yep. 43 points for AlphaTauri today. They're at 313, and Racing Point gets 0. Alright, it's over. AlphaTauri are constructors. Chris with 4 laps down. Not a great race for him. I love the glitch where it just puts you 4 laps down in the end. But that's going to do it for us today at Mexico. Next week we have the final for Tier 2 and Tier 1 at Austria. Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there to see those, but that will be it for us. So long.